Welcome back to another wrestling ski. I still hate that thing so much.
Oh,
I
I
hate it.
know because you end up like freezing. Then all of a sudden, I'm thinking the sound went out again.
Nope, it's just dumb. I say stupid a lot, so I figured I'd throw a different one out there just
True.
for a smidge of a second to try to be different. Can't keep
Instead of
beating a dead
instead of
horse.
calling instead of calling it Zoom, call it Vinny.
Heard he has a cousin. Anyway, but we'll
Raw.
start. We'll
Here we
start
are.
out there. It was all right for what it was. I mean, for Raw, for the go home episode of the major pay per view. But I mean, I actually had like I wrote down like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. 7. I found a whole 7 things that were worth writing down in that 3 hours of my life.
I mentally
I'll never
wrote
get back.
I mentally wrote down 4 that I thought were kind of.
Well, but I mean, if it helps, I mean, one of them first. Naya's acting hurts my brain because it does really, really bad.
Yeah.
Makes my brain want to hemorrhage really bad. And then before we did this, you had to go and share it. Like I never would have saw that. Vince McMahon allegedly liked Reginald. If you didn't go and share it, just I was in a good mood. I was in a way better mood than last time. Everyone's telling me like you were on fire, literally. She walked in the front door and thought I was arguing with a certain redheaded woman. And you were turned. Yes, yes, I was. But that's what happens when someone's doing adult things, and I have to sit here and just have that festering in my brain for literally a week. It's one of the I was in a slightly perturbed mood after I read it. And then, well, a week later, just sitting there going, that stupid son of a bitch. And I almost went on here all by myself just to get it out. I figured that wouldn't be very nice as you're here. Gotta let you have that. But the Alexa thing's coming along,
Yeah, a lot of people are kind of like bashing it, and I
well,
think and I understand it's Bray's thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, she's trying to rip off Bray." Well, no, I think with the company keeping Bray now supposedly purposely off TV, which I agree. Once the crowd comes back, I think it'll be a more organic reaction, a better reaction. They're I like the way they're going with Alexa. Um,
and I don't get people dumping all over it because I mean they did that whole transition to her to be that. So what would it have done to just completely dump it
and the match
like it never happened?
The match itself between her and Nia, they played it well for what it was.
They did.
I don't think they wanted to give too much because they want to leave it. I think it's going to be squash match or something, just a mauling of Shayna Baszler just to push the character. I honestly think we're going to see the transformation. I think she's going to be Lily. That's it's got to be. You got to realize the doll was not on Raw this past week after the fact that Shayna stomped it last week. So, and the whole Raw thing with the mirror and stuff like that, I think it more symbolizes that, Alexa's looking, for any opportunity to take care of Shayna, and that Alexa is always watching, or Lily's always watching, in the sense of it being a split personality thing. I think that's how they're going to roll into Alexa's version of the Fiend, or Lily, as we like to call it.
I just don't get how people are dumping all over it. Would you rather them keep doing it, or do you like them to go through that many months of building her to be what she is, and then suddenly the day after WrestleMania she comes back and she's just all normal Alexa, like everything, it's all gone. Sorry, it's not like that. What think of the people that'd be shitting all over that?
Yeah.
Let it go. Look how many people were shitting all over Bray when he was showing up with his damn puppets and his stupid sweater. And look what it turned into.
And that's the thing. The women's division is lacking the entertainment aspect. Yes, there are good wrestlers for when they actually get put on TV, or utilized, as we like to say. But I think the entertainment aspect is lacking. And I think that's why they're doing this the way they're doing it. I mean, there's nothing really else entertaining about the women's division. Just like entertainment wise, there's there's very few in the men's division right now. You've got a couple, your usual normal New Day stuff, your Street Profits,
Very
that kind of entertaining. So, I mean, even the Usos and the whole Reigns thing as far as the male division's concerned, but Raw's lacking. So with not having the Fiend there, you got to have something to catch someone's attention entertainment wise. I mean,
Maybe
that's why they call it sports entertainment.
make better television.
Yeah.
And there's Vince. Apparently, he knows it's gone stale. It's where he's been the last 4 or 5 years. It's been very like you're figuring like it's going to get better by the end of the year. You know how many times you've said that to me? Like I went off enough last week. Whenever the hell that was.
I think it gets better once there's a live crowd. Not completely, not 100% better, but
do you remember it?
Percentage.
Do you remember it before we lost the live crowds? I mean, there was like the Fiend, and there was Drew was just Claymoring Lesnar all over God's creation, and then guess what? They didn't have anything else. What do you remember about everything else then? I got absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
actually.
And there's not a lot of multitude of superstars that can carry the company on their shoulders.
Hey, give them the ball.
We're two separate brands now, so it's not like it was in the Attitude Era when it was everybody at once, where you had about a dozen, maybe a dozen and a dozen and a half of people that carried that era, that carried the company as a whole, because it was different then.
They have too much people. They have too many people now to ever do that. There's too many people on the roster.
Honestly, part of me likes the brand split, and then part of me doesn't. But it's like the reason, I not a business aspect reason, but it's fitting to have two different top world titles because of just where we're at right now. You can't just say all of a sudden, and I've seen a few things. Well, they have like 20 some people on SmackDown, and they have like 20 some people on Raw. Well, that are active wrestlers, by the way. Whether they're on TV or not. Why don't we just combine the titles all again? Like I saw somebody comment on that the other day. I forget which article I was reading.
You know what that turns into? The women's tag title situation at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That turns into just a complete shit show.
Yeah.
And there's too much talent on the roster to have everything intermingle, because then half the roster on one show wouldn't be being used at all, because the titles are like it.
Yeah.
Like they'd use like 9 people, and people would be even more pissed off.
I think what would be more interesting is if they keep. I honestly think if they were to keep their respective world titles on each brand, and maybe the tag team titles, that's a big if, because now that so much has been depleted. But if you had the United States and Intercontinental titles interchanging on both brands, I think you could make for more interesting storylines.
Yeah, man.
I said the tag team championship. I don't know. That's like that's like 50-50 for me, because trying to think up. I mean, I guess between SmackDown and Raw, there's probably at least a good close to a dozen tag teams, less, like 8 maybe. I mean, that's all you really need.
How many can you actually believe, though?
I mean, you think about the Attitude Era. So you have Hardys, you have ENC, APA, Too Cool when they were in the process, New Age
Dudley's, Kai and Tai.
Kai and Tai.
There's a name, Kai and Tai.
Who else are we thinking of? There were some others out there.
Yeah, there was all kinds of people out there.
Yeah, there was at least good 10 tag teams, minus the ones I'm sure we could think of others. But like, if you have solid,
idiots. What are their names? With the face paint, like it'll come to me. Carry on.
We have Legion and Doom when they were still there.
No, I wasn't talking about them. Just go. It'll come to me. Just go.
No.
For love of God, just go.
If you had at least a good solid 8 to 10 tag teams that were like established, like no crap, like tag teams, not like we're just going to throw Jackson Reich and Elias together kind of crap, then I would say just have one set of tag team titles. Really, you could. But keep world titles prospectively on both brands. But again, I could see, again, why they're not and why they could. Should they? I don't know. My opinion, it could go either way. To be honest.
Yeah. Hey, we actually named off most of the ones on this list, so good for us.
Yeah.
We remember something.
I mean, you had the Brothers of Destruction, but they weren't always in the tag team title mix.
Rock and Sock.
Jericho at the time when they had their.
Oh, the Attitude though.
Oh yeah, okay. If we're thinking attitude, okay, then
That came.
yeah, yeah.
That came
Oh,
from.
Headbangers. There you go.
Yeah, those idiots right there.
Yeah, yeah.
I told you, I could see them. Couldn't tell you what the hell they were called, but I could see them. It's got to count for something. But like everyone, like they made it so you believed everybody.
Yeah.
No
I mean,
offense.
what do you think? You think they should combine the tag team titles again?
No. And we can't forget Los Conquistadors because
Oh yeah.
everyone was them. As a Christian, the Heart Me, like everyone was the Conquistadors.
Yeah, everybody was.
Damn it. Everyone was there.
I
Yeah.
honestly think they deal with the US title and the Intercontinental title.
I really just don't think they should. I don't know. It's just
Or what if you bring back a TV title and
let him go back and forth.
Yeah, like bring a TV, or do a TV title, do it on both brands. Why not?
I'm sure someone will be. I'm sure they get their heads together to
you
agree
got
to
the
that.
24 title that goes between everything. I mean, but put an actual title that's not like the 24/7.
Speaking of the 24/7 title, the hell is R-Truth?
I don't know. He hasn't been around lately.
Now that you mention it, where the hell is the 24/7, 7-Eleven, 995 South, everything else, etc., 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 etc.
The short ninja midget fucking stole it again.
Someone fire Hornswoggle then. Get him back. Have a midget ladder match again.
He's
Can't believe that's a real thing.
He's still doing some stuff with Impact, I think. Every once in a while.
Can't believe that's a real thing. But as we're talking before all that, yeah, but I just don't think they should. Tag team divisions are so bad right now.
Yeah.
I think if they intercombined like the actual like champions like they did when they made the Undisputed, which worked back then, because look who they got. But then we wouldn't have 5 Roman segments every week. We'd have like 14 because Raw is an extra hour long.
No, yeah. True.
It would be like 2 hours of Roman in them, and then an hour of filler.
So agree to disagree to say world titles, prospective brands, tag team titles, prospective brands, possibility of United States Intercontinental on inner brands, and maybe like a TV title that we could.
TV title, I think, would just be the way to fix it. But yeah, as we were talking about women before that, they might as well finish them off for get it out of the way. Dana Brooke looked terrifying. Just wanted to say that. Next, just scared the bejesus out of me when I looked up. Take it easy, killer. Then we see Charlotte. Now we see you. What? Stop doing things to your faces, please, for the love of God. He's out there somewhere. Please make them stop. Eva Marie. Enough said.
Yeah.
Way more than
enough said. Still dumb that the commentators played off. They never knew who the person was when she was with NXT
UK for like 7,000
years.
I even knew who she was. I've seen you somewhere, and I've only watched NXT UK.
Then I read an article that they want to change her ring name to Dewdrop. Yes.
It's not too late to just quit.
I mean, you might as well go even more idiotic and name her Gumdrop. No offense to her. She is a very good wrestler.
And
I'm not trying to make a fat joke. I really am not. I'm just the stupidity level joke. Is that what I'm trying to do?
They should just yeah. That was dumb. Like, see, people, this is why I get the way I am. Because look at it was just bad.
If they wanted to play, okay, we knew she was going to be in a non-wrestling role. That there was plenty of articles out there saying she's probably going to be in a non-wrestling role, which they proved on Raw. I could understand if they would call it the evolution, as in her taking I mean, it's a stupid storyline anyway to begin with, but elevating these so-called up and coming superstars, even though again she's was on NXT UK for 3 years, taking them under her wing, even though she doesn't know how to wrestle to begin with,
Which
and
is
doing it that way,
fantastic.
just to piss people off.
And they proved what I said that whole time. Since I was dumb enough to say, sure, let's see what's going after I hit stop the one night. Boom, Raw. There's even. You know what? I'm pretty sure I grabbed the camera and like, look. And then boom, tirades galore. And then they proved it. But she act like you, like you're bringing her.
In other words, she's living her wrestling dream through other people's superstars.
She's vicariously living through other people because
Yeah.
the only thing she's good for is looking at and taking up TV time. She took up a lot of that back in the day. She couldn't even like take a bump, but God blessed, she always on TV. Time you turned around, there she was. I did not miss her at all. And the real question, finish off this whole women's division, letting Rhea get that many riptides on Charlotte, does that just feel like a bad omen to me? Or is that just me thinking that they got her over? Like,
I don't know. Like this, the last time we thought she was over, she still ended up retaining.
I mean, Charlotte is going away to make a movie or something, yes, but how often do you see someone get to do that? Like on just a go home episode before a pay per view and actually walk out happy as can be. Like when they're supposed to be the face, too.
Yeah, but they were still mauling each other at the very end, though.
Yeah, with their bloody nose. Should have hit her harder.
I think it's been. I mean, I know Rhea's got a lot of stuff in on Charlotte, but I mean, Charlotte has made up for it through the surprise attack. So I would call it.
Yeah, Monday though.
Well, even maybe Rhea a little bit more,
Well,
but I don't know.
Monday was pretty much all Rio.
Yeah, but then like the weeks leading up to that,
Well, I know.
last Monday was all Charlotte.
It's just
they're just maybe.
That's the only thing it's the only thing that left me sketchy. Like I was sitting there like, God, I just got one of those feelings. I don't want to have one of those feelings, but they let her have it all. I mean, how often does that happen against Charlotte and the person walks away for pay-per-view with the title?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, again, but Charlotte, like, look at Asuka suddenly, pushed to the wayside. Holy, I have 73 unanswered emails.
That's a lot of unanswered emails.
I haven't even unlooked at, sorry. Then talking, looked down, boom. Anyway, before I got easily distracted, it should be a good match. And I just hate that they call it the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view and there's like 2 matches inside of it. Like if it's the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view, how about everything's in a Hell in a Cell? Or you just go back to calling the son of a bitch Armageddon when they used to drop the Hell in a Cell. Like the 6-man Hell in a Cell. Like, why don't we just go back to that instead of calling it the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view and we have 2 matches?
Well, about half the pay-per-view, you could just rewatch the 6-man. I did it for the Raw.
You just listen to that whole promo over and over again. It'll probably be more entertaining than anything we're going to see. But
watch that match over again. It was good. That was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, for how much cluster was in there, like how much got thrown together. I mean, that worked.
Yeah, like when when you pull up a truck full of hay and drop Rikishi's big derriere off the top into a bale of hay. I mean,
he puts the max in gluteus maximus.
Yeah,
that thing was but I just never liked that. Like just like Money in the Bank. It's 1 match, dude. Sorry, 2. Or I don't know, Extreme Rules when there's literally like 2 Extreme Rules matches most times, and the rest of it's just why are we watching this?
If they were smart this year for Money in the Bank, I think they would do a Raw one and a SmackDown one for the men's division just to give it some kind of storylines.
Yeah,
like
and
they really could.
Like they could do something really good. They could even put do something crazy, like let NXT have one, or let the tag team let that do something.
Yeah.
They could just come in and be like, boom, do tag, just do something. But for the love of God, what is the point of calling it Money in the Bank if literally 40 minutes of the show is comprised of that and the rest of it is just a snooze fest? Or Extreme Rules, or Elimination Chamber. I mean, what the hell is the point of having that much effort, put that sumbitch together and hang it in the roof of a building to have 40 minutes in it? And then it's like, you could make it so you can
Yeah.
Like have every match in there. They've proven they can do it. How about you just do it? Because
Yeah.
otherwise, you could just call it by one of the cool names
Yeah.
and get the
I
really
said
cool sets.
if they were to do Money in the Bank with two separate men's matches, I think they could really set up this whole live crowd thing coming back.
Yeah, like they could.
I mean, honestly, I think it'd be Cesaro as a shoe in as a potential winner. I would even go to say that WWE resigns Aleister Black, and I think Black
Just
could do.
shows up and gets it.
Yeah,
It'll never get kept quiet though. I mean,
yeah.
people just can help themselves, but to just sit outside that building in Florida and just ruin it for everybody. Just find the people that sit out there. We should go fight those
If you
people.
if you really want Black to get over as a like, I wouldn't say a heel or baby, like a Stone Cold kind of thing, like when with him and Bret Hart kind of Aleister Black, just let that have so many guys enter the match, and then Black just shows up like Brock Lesnar.
That's what I was gonna say. Have them do a Brock. Just show up,
Yep.
just kick everyone's head off, walk up there, and just
Yeah.
except except he's not allowed to come down after he gets it and walk down the ramp the next night on Raw with his head up like it's a boombox. Like
Yeah.
that was probably one of the greatest things ever.
And you know what they could do? They could really make a cool design for his Money in the Bank briefcase.
I'm pretty sure Brock doing that was a Brock thing. I'm pretty sure that wasn't anyone telling Brock to do that thing. But that was glorious. And that was perfectly fine. Just sound like there he is, just kicking everyone's teeth in. Night, night, done. And everyone would love it because we all loved him. As we're talking about loving things, I did not love Cedric Alexander Swanton Bomb. That thing was fucking.
That was hideous.
Thank you, because that's the actual word I was going to use. That was butt ugly.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure I could flip through the air and land, like especially as,
I don't get the whole
athletic as he is. He sure made that thing look terrible. Like Jeff, completely drugged out of his mind, didn't know where the hell he was. Did a better swanton than Cedric did last night. And all you're doing is a basic. I mean,
especially when Jeff was really out of it in that one TNA wrestling match. Oh man, he's still somehow. Yeah.
But that was that was butt ugly. That's what I wrote down. Cedric Swanton was fucking ugly.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, I don't know where they're going with that. Like, I don't know if that was just the whole, let's give Jeff another win, or
Like it's just a waste.
Yeah.
I don't like hearing Cedric talk. There's just something about the pitch of his voice, and he's trying to like.
Yeah, he just not good.
Like just turn the knob down.
Yeah.
Like here you go. Reach down.
Yeah.
Make sure you still got a pair. Find your man voice. I haven't yelled like that since I think I barrel rolled down a hill because, well, my bike tire decided to just hit rocks, just spin, and I was just bleeding all over the place. Guess what? I was a little unhappy then, but I'm pretty sure my voice was still deeper than whatever the hell he's doing.
Yeah.
Like can he talk better than Jay? Yes, but I'd rather hear Jay be really, really bad. Yes. That's a problem. And I don't know what they're doing with Jeff, but
yeah.
Hopefully
but then that led us into MVP running into Kofi and Xavier, and I smell a Rockers disbandment coming.
Yeah, so do you feel Kofi? I feel Xavier. There's Kofi running his suck saying all that stuff. Kofi,
yeah,
I mean, going, yeah, what?
The more shocking would be Kofi turning on Xavier. The more obvious would be Xavier turning on Kofi.
That's
so
obvious, though.
They could. I think
Xavier finally turning. Like,
I mean, Xavier could be a pompous son of a bitch. I could see it.
But like, I mean, he came out with his stupid hair all wet, flipping it back in the old NXT days, doing Brodus Clay and the Funkadactyls, and can't believe it was. There you go, Brodus. Welcome, Tyrus on Fox. Pay attention. Man's big, angry, and well, he's got a brain. But good old Tyrus, I mean, he was doing that. The true thing, I mean, like he's just been like Kofi. At least we've seen him get angry and do stuff before. Xavier's just been happy, smiling. I mean, just I don't think it would be the more like.
I think it could
because Kofi always being the one running his suck, telling them to kick rocks. So I'm not going to turn on my brothers. I was like, oh no, look, he did it, and those are all be like, yeah, that's duh, because he's the one running his stuff all the time. Like And Xavier, I mean that's the best way to give him some kind of push and see what he can do. I mean, literally. I mean, no offense to the Funkadactyls and that whole thing. And the New Day, but I mean, he's always been in something. We never. I mean, he got to hold his own a little when he was, in NXT and with Brodus and all that. But we've seen Kofi do his own damn. Hell, Kofi did his own damn thing while he was
Yeah,
with the New
I
Day.
think Xavier. I think Xavier's due. I
Yeah.
think. I think once they get over the whole Bobby Lashley thing, I think.
Well, no, now they're adding women to the mix in the locker room and in the ring with them all the time, and it's just getting dumber as it goes along.
Yeah.
Look, he's got pyrotechnics. He's got the look. Now he's got the ladies. It just you go from like the Almighty to just
Big Pimp Daddy B.
yeah, the stupid sunglasses. All he's good for is just staring at you angrily.
Vein popping out of his head too.
Like all like just mash all this, tense up every muscle in your head until all your veins pop out. Okay, like I don't know, but I think it's going to be Xavier. I could be wrong, or they could just do nothing at all. But I mean, if they're prying this hard on it,
Yeah.
I think they're going to do. I mean, I don't want to see them do something, but what else does the New Day have to prove together? As long as like, and think if that leads to Xavier being with them, they give Xavier a title, and then Kofi can like the two of them going together. They have that much chemistry as a tag team. We all know
Oh
that.
yeah,
You put them in the ring together.
Singles match. Oh my god. Yep.
That
I
would be.
see it.
And you never really get to see Xavier wrestle for the longest time. He was just, Francesca 1 through 95. Yeah, so he very rarely was going.
Yeah.
He was normally the guy out. So it'd be good to see him go. And those two could tear the house. I mean, if they give the proper time.
I did see the meme of the rocker set and the one set when the rockers were on and Michael's super kick Giannetti.
Thank God I did not.
Or sorry, that was
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Say, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I did not see them doing that together. I try to stay off of it because people are dumb and they hurt my head, and I think they do it on purpose. And just because I'm pouring more water doesn't mean you need to hydrate. Hydrate for me. I'm gonna need it. That's a fact. But that'll be that. And the only other takeaway I had is that RK Bro is still.
Yeah.
We're talking about entertainment. What? Just keep them doing.
Randy's starting to warm up more.
Just let him keep doing that.
You think he's about to pose with Riddle and he's about to do it. Another step, and then he walks away. It'll happen. Yeah. I would love to see them take the tag titles.
Yeah, I think they could actually.
Yeah.
Just their styles are they mesh well together. What they could bring, because Randy's still Randy. Riddle can do really everything.
Yeah.
Flying through the air, strut knees. So I think that was my big takeaway. Those are my 7 things.
It kind of reminds me of the Kane and RVD thing.
Yep, which was great, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, and might I add, to close out Raw, stop telling me that I'm not doing my fucking part if I don't get vaccinated. Okay? And then guess what? I have to say it again for the next thing we're going to talk about. And then I have to say it again for the next thing we're talking about. Shut the fuck up about it. He dropped an F-bomb way before I did today. Don't care. Shut the fuck up about
it. You dropped 2. You win.
I'm going to drop about 75 more. Stop. Want to know why? Why? Because Bill Maher got fully vaccinated. His stupid ass still got it. It doesn't matter. It's like the flu vaccine. We're all still fucked anyway. Stop telling people and bashing them, telling them they're not doing their part if they don't get vaccinated. I'm 32. The only pre-existing conditions I have is from getting run over and blowing my knees out. Don't have the diabetes, the overweight, the heart issues, the anything that's going to, I'm in the head. Yes, I am. But guess what? Nothing is anything that'll kill me extra fast because of COVID if I catch it. So do the world a favor. Stop fucking telling them to. Look, there's another one. I'm over it. I've been bitching about that for how many months? It's been at least 6, 7. Shut up.
Unless you're Scott Malkinson.
For the love of Christ, shut up and go wherever the hell they keep Todd Pettengill until they do it in your house. Just go and hide with him and shut up. Like you people have no idea how many times they've done that. And I literally get just turned it off. What? I can't. I fucking can't. I leave my house. The farthest I go is in Hannah's brother's house, 2/10 of a mile away. I don't go out and see people. I don't go out and act stupid. I don't go out in mass crowds. I don't do any of this shit. Stop telling me what to do. If I wanted to be told what to do, I'd still be married to Sammy.
Oh, wow. You went there.
Notice every time I say this, it gets worse. Stop. We had a public service announcement from Wrestling with Ski. Stop doing it because you're pissing people the fuck off. If I'm that mad, I guarantee you there's millions of others that are like, really? Shut the fuck up already. Stop. We got it. Jesus Christ. See, now I'm even going there. Stop. For the love of God, stop. Now we can move on to something else that I wish stopped. Whoever that Naomi Fox useless thing that did at the beginning of Takeover, whatever the hell that was.
Yeah.
There's something that should have stopped before it even started. It should have been like the DX band trying to sing the national anthem. It should have just been stopped on the first note. Like, yep, what? Nope. Which is why they deleted it from the tape. It doesn't even exist anymore. You can't see it because they're like, yep, that sucked. That was terrible. That was the low point of the whole entire night. The night was great.
The whole night was amazing. We started out with
that's a hell of a way to start a night, by the way.
Yeah,
MSK
and LDF and
don't forget Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed, yep.
That big bastard deserves it.
That whole match meshed together. And this is why if they could come up with a couple more trios with trio tag team titles, those two teams would fit the mold.
Or just Freebird
the program. I mean,
Freebird the hell out of it.
Yeah, it was winner take all, which was in the sense.
I like.
Yeah, they did like that.
When they pick the right people, like they did here, that works. That whole
my parents actually stayed and watched some of Takeover. They were actually quite entertained with that match. I think that was the only one they.
How about Todd Pettengill? Were they excited about Todd?
My mom didn't get it, but
it's like break glass in case of in case of in your house, break glass. Never mind, emergent. There's Todd. Get over here. God bless him. He still did. We got to see Michael Hayes.
Yeah.
That was a good one because he still got it.
Yeah, my dad caught that. My dad and I caught that one. My mom goes, "Who's that?" I'm like, "Oh, you know what? I'm not going to go there." Love mom to death.
But that was
not a very big wrestling fan, but she does hate Sheamus.
Mothers really aren't ever, are they?
Yeah, she does hate Sheamus though. That is not her.
Hell, mom supports everything that we're doing here. It's like, play it. Like, go on Spotify, turn your volume down and just play them on loop. Like, nope. Yeah, I hate wrestling. Well, thanks, mom. Like, that could help us out. But that's like 74 new listens. That makes the sponsors happy. Like, go yourself. I'm never listening to you talk about wrestling ever. Said if I ever went up there to visit and we had to do this while I was in PA, that she would literally get in the car and leave so she did not have to hear me talk about wrestling. Like, damn, you can't just like go in the backyard or throw on the front porch, throw the ball with the dog. I mean, just got a straight, I'm going to get in the car and leave. Like, damn, that's a bit savage. That's why I love my mother to death, but damn, get up and leave your own house. What in the hell? But it was a good one. They did back and forth. Everything like the outcome was.
Yeah, everything just meshed so well together.
The outcome is exactly as I expected going into it when I heard about the match, just because they did put so much into MSK.
Yes.
That I did not like, because Legato could just keep going around doing the same thing right now, and it'll still be working perfectly fine without. Not and saying MSK doesn't mean they've done a lot without the belts, with all that, and they are talented. The one guy, I just look at him and I hate his face, but they're talented.
Yeah.
They're really good. And Bronson Reed,
he's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I've always liked him. Then he went away, and since he came back, he's been off. The man pulled off a moonsault. He weighs like 3 million pounds. It's a crooked moonsault, but he did it. I couldn't ever. and I'm not over 300 pounds flying through the air. Like, that's a hell of a feat right there. He's a freak. And I liked him, since
Yeah.
the beginning. And then what, he got hurt or something when he just vanished there. But since he came back, I mean, I'm happy that they finally gave it to him. And I think they're going to drag this out a little bit longer. Again, I don't want to jump onto NXT, but I mean, we did hear what Santos had to say, that it's not done. Him and him, like, I have a strange
Oh
feeling
yeah.
those two, us two, one on one. Yeah, that's going to turn into the other jackasses coming in, because it always has to be. But with Santos moving up there, at least, him being done with the cruiserweight thing, apparently, like, I
Yeah.
think that opens the door for so many more good
Oh
possibilities
yeah.
of matches and everything he can, because I really do like him. He is talented. And I hate some of their suits. I hate the one guy's haircut. The other guy looks like he's constipated all the time. But when the bell rings, I mean,
Oh yeah.
they give you what the hell you're paying to see.
Yeah. And that's the
And
thing. Like NXT's got again, not to bash everything else, but they've got a well balance of character and skill. Sometimes you question characters, like you said with MSK, but the skill makes up for it. And then you've got vice versa, and then you've got the happy medium. And
see, it's not even that. I just hate the one guy's face. I just thought they rushed it too fast. Like, they're talented. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're going out there and they're having matches with everybody with MSK. I mean, they can. They prove that. But just having them first straight up just come right in there and just right on. I mean, and everything they've done since they got there and they won the Dusty Cup and everything with them dressing up in the
yeah,
spacesuits, like good stuff. Like, so I'm 100% behind them when they're in the ring. I just think it was rushed, but now if they're, well, we'll get into that when we get to NXT.
yeah.
Let's
But
not keep it Mercedes Martinez and Xia Li,
yes,
by the way. I've loved Xia
I
Li since they
love,
repackaged her.
yeah, I love where they're going with
Yep.
this. Xia Li, awesome.
Yeah, I
Always
loved her
been.
since the repackage.
Yeah,
Like, because I liked her, in the ring. Yeah, it was just the character wasn't, and since they repackaged her and had all of, like, that stuff.
yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, and that's another thing I appraise a lot of story built type of stuff, that whole, all the vignettes and everything, and going deeper into an actual, like
yeah.
Alice Black vignettes. Like
Hey.
you're giving it a good solid foundation and explanation to better not just tell Xia Li's story, but all the other people in that, I
Yeah,
guess you can
the whole thing.
group or faction, or just the overall what's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
And the only thing I really had to say about the only thing I wrote down, I mean, just besides I loved her since the repackage, was, man, I wish they would have gave him a few more minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. And I like Mercedes Martinez since she stopped yelling when she was going for anything. Like, how the hell you
Yeah.
sneaking up behind someone? Like, and I think that she's doing.
But
I think it's about
can
time.
see why they just gave us enough,
No, they
because
gave you enough. Again,
it's going to be a good, solid, long program.
let's
That's
say
not
this is the hill,
yeah,
right? It's barreling and it's getting good. So that was a good snippet. Again, though, as a man, 2 more minutes,
Yeah.
and then we got to see, suddenly Mercedes was flying through the air. I mean, all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah.
I like how she looked down to make sure that, after she bounced off the wall to make sure where she was before she dropped herself. That was good. But
Yeah.
that was a great thing. I mean, then they got everyone involved
Yeah.
with it, the
To,
whole
to make
Arzai
to
and
make
everyone.
to make Martinez look more human, which
Yeah.
is good. I mean, she's
She
a
needs
tough
it.
cookie, but it's
She needs
well
it.
balanced.
Yeah,
Very well balanced.
she needed it just because of how they have booked her the entire time.
Yeah.
It's good to have, some humanity, I guess, really.
Humility.
Have a different side of it, just a little,
Yeah.
instead of just the raw, like, show that you're a human being just a little bit. But I can't wait for those two. I just hope they don't screw it up. I mean, they're not good, but
Yeah.
just keep doing it like the build they are now until the next, like, big anything. And by the way, why can they stop, like, naming, like, every other, like, regular NXT, like Great American Bash or Halloween Havoc? Could you stop? Just please. I love them to death, but make it a takeover or don't do it. Please. Or maybe it was just because of COVID and they were in the CWC and there was just this week's Halloween Havoc, and this week's something else, and this week's something else. Like, for the love of God.
Oh, the Great
Blah.
American Bash, that's the next actual pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm saying like they keep doing that, but there were a lot of them where they were just on normal NXT nights. It's like commercial breaks and all.
Yeah, that
Like
doesn't.
if it's gonna have the name of it, put the damn
Yeah.
thing, put the damn thing on the damn thing. That's what Peacock gave you all that money for.
Well, didn't
And
they
do it
do
right.
Halloween Havoc last year actually on it because
It was
Halloween
on,
was on a Saturday, right? Last year? Was that last year?
I don't think it was last year. I swear they did it on a regular night.
I could have sworn
I don't know.
somebody.
I know they did a few on regular nights, like night
Yeah.
one, this night. Like I just, it's not that I'm not trying to be hateful of it, but make it at least a pay per view.
Yeah.
Give it the dignity it deserves.
Yeah, agreed.
But I can't wait for their next one. And the way they were building Zaya and all this, I mean, I think
Oh yeah.
where they went with it, we'll get into that. But I think it'll be really, really good. And again, it got everyone involved. So now all of Zaya's people have some skin in the game, and that helps evolve everything because really they
Yeah.
just stood there. Except for Moron, he gets hit with steel chairs and stuff all the time, whatever the hell his name is. I can't think of dude's name. He just stands there with the stupid sunglasses hurting my brain, but
Yeah.
it fits the whole thing. So
Yeah.
it's one of the best things they have going, really.
So that brings us to Mr. Knight and Mr. Grimes.
He's
I enjoyed
over.
the match.
Damn, do people seem to love Grimes.
Yeah.
Guess what?
They
Even
do.
in that situation, I hate
He
them
is-
both.
He is over like Rover. I'm not gonna lie, but I can understand why they put the title on Knight because he's in and out of heel. Especially when we go into NXT Tuesday night with the follow up on that, which again, that's a great story. But honestly, I don't think you could have picked a better person to be a heel to take the $1 million championship. I mean, look at DiBiase. He was mostly a heel during his run with that. Oh, and which, by the way, if you go on his Facebook page, make sure you sign the petition and make it official for his one and only title reign that he bought off Andre the Giant. There's an actual petition that he actually has out there. Go on it, sign it, give him what he deserves.
Yeah, give him what he deserves. I bet you 330 million people, which, in case you didn't know, is very, very just barely shy because I don't know the exact number. It's 330 million people. That's the whole population of the United States could sign it. I'm pretty sure Vince wouldn't give a single fuck. Just throwing that out there. But I mean, hey, he did buy it. I mean, everything's got a price. Yeah. I mean, it did theoretically happen, even though it never theoretically. See, it's one of those gray areas. Like it happened, but
yeah,
it didn't happen. It's one of those good things. But
I think it's kind of cool that he actually does have a petition out there, and I did sign it. I'm not.
I think that's amazing. Actually, I mean, who's laughing now? He's got a petition. There's a lot of people signing that thing. So,
and then it takes you to the website, and he's got all this other stuff out there. But it's cool.
All this swag. Let me guess, it goes immediately to all this swag.
Yeah, they have these. Actually, the one coffee mug has it's a coffee mug, but then has like the suit get up, which is kind of cool. I'd buy one if I wanted to blow money, but And there's an actual shirt. He actually has a shirt out there says everyone has a price. It's pretty cool looking.
Hey,
I've always been a fan. I've always been a fan of $1 Million Man.
Yeah,
I've always thought it was cool.
I wish his son would have went farther with it, but I mean,
yeah. I really wish that could have came to fruition. I
thought he was talented. I mean, in
Oh,
the
yeah.
little bit that we got to see.
I mean, even if you bring him back to NXT, and that would have blew my mind, man. If that would have happened, like if he just would have showed up, oh my.
Let's say if he would have just showed up, let's say 2 nights ago.
Yeah, that
Suddenly you're just going, ooh.
Yeah, like seriously, that, and you could have.
Guess what? No one would have saw that coming.
Yeah, would have not seen that
tagline. You'll never see it coming. You actually see, they would have got the whole world on that one, because no one would have thought about it. They'd be like, "Oh, he's just there with his dad," like whatever. Yeah. So like, boom, hit the ring. Like, no shit, he's gonna wrestle. Get out of here! Like that would have been amazing. But it was a good ladder match.
Oh yeah.
I do have to give a shout out to Wade Barrett for using the phrase "right in the man marbles." That was, I even wrote that down. Like, there's my great notes for the whole thing. Shout out to Wade for the phrase "man marbles," and then great back and forth. Like that was the other. But man marbles took like that. Like You got
Yeah.
a whole line.
And Grimes, man, he is like a cat. Like
Oh, he
he
looks
got
like
the
one.
whole way up there, or he got up the ladder, jumped up to the set, jumped back down. That was cool. Yeah. Um, Grimes is growing on me a little bit in certain aspects. When it all first started out, it was really annoying.
That's
It
so
really
right.
was. But if they play him down a little bit as far as the intensity of when he started out with all these vignettes with the money and the crap like that, I think they could find a happy medium and a balanced ground for him. Like where he's at now, like from NXT a couple nights ago. I mean, even during the pay-per-view match, he was like right on. Like he wasn't obnoxious. I mean, he's obviously said to the moon once, not like 50 million times like he always used to say. So it was really well balanced. I kind of like that they're pushing him as a baby face. If they keep that balance and don't go overboard, it could go far.
And he didn't have to say it too many times because there were actually people there in the building.
Yeah, yeah,
So they were chanting it for him, if memory serves me right. There was
yeah,
lots of them. It's really easy to not have to say it when you have live, actual human beings
yeah.
saying it for you repeatedly. Just have people fly down to the Thunderdome. Just have people do it there. Let's
Yeah.
go. For the love of God. But yeah, it was a good match. I mean, hell of a bump there at the end, poor soul. That had to feel glorious.
Yeah.
Crunch. Yep, that sucked. But it was a good match. Right. I mean, and the way they moved the story forward the other night, I mean, perfect guy did win for the
Yeah.
situation. We can all see where it's going, but
Yeah, they could really stretch that out at least to the next pay-per-view. I wouldn't say as far as SummerSlam weekend. I don't know. Are they going to do something for NXT that weekend since SummerSlam's on Saturday? I don't know. Usually
I don't want to talk about how stupid it is that we're having
or you think
SummerSlam
they're
on a
just gonna
Saturday.
or you think they're just gonna glorify a Tuesday? I would
They
assume.
do that a lot.
Well, I'm saying though, just for
Yeah, but that's what they do.
simple fact that SummerSlam's on a
Yeah,
Saturday.
that's what they do. They glorify.
Yeah.
That's what they've done all COVID. NXT. I mean, how many glorified Wednesdays at that time did we have?
Yeah,
Like,
true.
damn, it was just never ending. Glorified
Yeah.
everything. But I think
Well, and
it'll be good.
I think they glorified some of the Wednesdays just for the simple fact they couldn't always get something on a Saturday. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, they could have, but I just don't
I don't
see.
know if you know this or not, Justin. They had their own network.
No, that too.
They could put on whatever they wanted to put on. They were just trying to go, ooh, it's NXT something, so maybe they would get more eyeballs on it.
Yeah, true.
Then they moved to Tuesday, and well, the wheels imploded. It's like the Blues Mobile. They rode it all the way out. It moved to Tuesday. Just everything fell off.
Yeah.
For a little bit. It seemed better the other night, but yeah, it was a good match. And
Yeah.
Again, I don't care what you say. Hearing people cheer for him made me hate him even more. I didn't like either of them. That was a great match. There's great talent involved. It's just character-wise, they hurt my head.
Yeah. I think if they keep
Grimes hurts my head for the right reasons, though. So
Oh, yeah, true.
he hurts like LA Knight. I just look at him, just there's all kinds of mean things come to mind. I don't know. He plays the character well,
Oh yeah.
but
And that means he's doing his job right. So
yeah, I mean, so they're doing it right. I just
I think over time, if they stretch out the program between those two, I think it'll meet that happy medium where
Yeah.
we're all happy and we don't have anything to gripe about character wise. I think they're just trying to find themselves.
Oh, yeah, they're trying to figure it out, and I don't blame.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame them. They're doing a good job with it, but again,
For God's sake, even though it seemed to fit well in the Attitude Era, I mean, Hunter and Dwayne had to figure themselves out throughout the time. I mean, they didn't just all of a sudden,
man
they
marbles.
were trying to, yeah. God bless you, Wade Barrett. Wish he'd wrestle every once in a while. That'd be great. Just saying.
Right? Well, what are you? You can't be back just to talk. Like, please don't. Please. I don't say. Well, I say the word a lot more now lately. But let him come back and wrestle it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Halloween, he dressed up as the king of bad news. I mean, like Bad News Barrett was so good.
Yeah, even if he would just do that every so often.
Have the giant stupid raised thing going up there, like just damn
With
it, that was
with the gavel and
yeah, like that was so good. It was so good, and then suddenly poof, gone. Why? Then he was king of the ring, so he was the king of bad news.
yeah.
Sounds like you're a lawyer when you're going through some kind of thing.
Speaking of that, not to go off on a tangent, but I hear swirlings of maybe another King of the Ring tournament. Maybe it's time to crown another king and have Corbin finally drop. Well, I think they pretty much dropped the King Corbin thing anyway, since Shinsuke took the crown anyway. But I don't know. I could see
He had a good run
Shinsuke.
with it.
I could see Shinsuke winning that, or Cesaro.
Cesaro will be king of the ring, Mr. Money in the Bank. You just give him everything,
Or just something.
and then you know what they'll do? Bury him anyway.
Or they're going to do something. You know what? Quick prop bet. Or they're going to do something ignorant by making Seth Rollins King of the Ring, just to get rid of the prophecy character, and then he'd play a good pompous king character. You got to admit, he fit the bill.
He's already pretty much there. I mean,
but I'm just saying though, can you imagine if he won King of the Ring and him walking around with a stupid robe and a crown on? I could see it.
I could actually, yes.
I could get behind that. I'm not really impressed by his theme music and just the way things are right now. I hope they get over this him being all crazy cuckoo and actually have him and Cesaro just freaking wrestle, because they both have a lot of skill. But anyways, moving on. Gonzalez versus Moon. Gonzalez has improved, I have to say. That match was solid.
She's not as good as you made her out to be, like you were talking about it, but it was a lot better.
Yeah, she's coming
along. Yeah.
I think a positive note, since she is dating Braun Strowman, or wherever he's going is by now, because
Adam Scher.
Yeah, Adam Scher.
Sure, I don't give a damn.
Sure. But I think being together with him, I think he has had some influence.
I think she needs to watch out though. Because Braun Strowman finally started doing taking full bumps and flipping through the air and doing all kinds of stuff, and they fired his ass. He finally started having complete long matches where he's just doing all fired. Sorry. He was released, and they're still going to pay him for 3 months, which doing it to cut costs. They still have to pay them. They're not saving anything.
Well, they're only paying him for 3 months, and then the rest of the year they save the
money until they bring his ass back. Like, they love doing that. They're bringing him back.
I see Black getting re-signed. I don't see Braun. I hate to say it. I think AEW goes out of their way and takes a bite.
I don't know. Then he'd have to eat his words after he said, he's never going to work. He'd rather, hang him up than work for anyone besides Vince. Then he'd look like an asshole.
Or he just does the indies, because technically he's working them for himself. Think about it. If he's doing those appearances, he's working for himself.
I think he'll be back. I think he'll be back.
I said, I hope with the live crowds coming back, hopefully the revenue and the stock goes a little bit better, and they can bring some of these guys back. But anyways, so Gonzalez improved. It was a good match. I liked it overall. And then
now I got a bone to pick with you. They really need to make it so they stop having everyone else carrying through matches. I watched the damn thing. What the hell do they do to the big monsters in the Fatal 4-Ways, 5-Ways, any ways match? They beat the shit out of them. They put them through tables. They maul them with chairs. He gets back in there. He knocks everyone down. They all jump on him and beat the hell out of him again 3 or 4 more times. And then he gets his hand raised at the end. That's how they do all those matches. That's not his goddamn fault. They built him to be that role, and that is the WWE's role for guys like that in those situations. Everyone beats the living dog shit out of them. They come back. They fight everyone off. Everyone beats the shit out of them again. They fight them all back off. They get slammed off an announce table.
I mean, I'm not knocking carrying, like him and Balor, a singles match. Great.
Of course they had to carry him though. You were all snippy and had to carry him through the match so they put him on the main roster so everyone can carry him through matches. Then 1-on-1 he's great, but he was the big indestructible monster. Like, look how many times Brock was put in those situations in Triple Threat where they had to beat the tar out of him, and suddenly he shows up and just starts suplexing everybody. They put him down again through a table. He gets back up, starts dropping suplexes, F5s everyone.
I think the wrestling fan aspect of me wanted to see Cross lose it, and all of them have proven that they can be contenders to cross, and one of them can take the belt. I like O'Reilly. He's got the underdog kind of feel. If they keep playing him the right way, with obviously building a program with Cole, which Cole can really, not to, no pun intended, shoot him straight to the moon. I'm not trying to pun one off of Cameron Grimes, but I think they do a good. I think they do a good solid bill. They put O'Reilly, Adam Cole puts O'Reilly over, because I think that's what Adam Cole's going to be doing from here on out. And then really, I think they should give O'Reilly the ball and take a chance. Doesn't pan out, doesn't pan out. Then you've got plenty of other contenders that they could do a short program, or maybe a good solid program. I think O'Reilly's going to prove himself. And, you know, just by the way that match ended, I mean, O'Reilly was still hanging on to Cole while getting choked out. So
Also made him look kind of dumb simultaneously, though.
but strong in it, you know.
Hey, if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough.
Yeah. So honestly, if you're going to bring Cross to the main roster, honestly, after their program with O'Reilly and Cole, I would put O'Reilly versus Cross. It would be a great underdog story. It really would.
No, I don't believe it though. I mean, I'd be all for it. He's got the talent.
It'll be something you never see coming, because they'll do it at a time where there won't be whispers as far as carrying going to the main roster.
Let's see.
They'll do it.
First match, saw it coming. Saw it coming. Saw it coming. Saw it coming. Winner of this match, saw it coming. They don't know how to do what you didn't see coming. It's not in their DNA. Did you not hear my rant last week? I can do it again. And Kyle's now going towards Kushida. As we're almost there, we might as well go there. I think him and Kushida are going to put on hell of matches.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to see him get wasted in the cruiserweights, even though it's not really a waste. I mean, he could work with all kinds of people in the cruiserweight division. Yeah. Kyle could. But, you know, that's going to happen. I don't know. All I took away was when Johnny countered the Panama Sunrise there. Like Cole's shoulders weren't anywhere near on the mat. In fact, they were on top of his ankles. That was exciting. I saw that. And 1, 2, like the shoulders are like this far off. Like,
yeah.
See, I just picked on dumb stuff. The match was great.
Yeah, and I did like the tribute to the Click as far as their all gear that night. That was cool.
Yeah, they did do it. Like everything they like. There was so much really, really, really good. I mean, it was a great match.
Yeah,
but again, it was a takeover. When is a takeover ever not
and quick reference
good and delivered?
You were talking about an NXT Money in the Bank. Could we see it, or do we see Adam Cole go to the main roster? If you didn't notice the trunks, they were Money in the Bank colors.
Well, I mean,
I think they would do an NXT Money in the Bank match. I could see that, and just throw that match on that main card, not just NXT's own Money in the Bank.
Let them have their one.
Just have that match. Why not?
I think it would be great.
Yeah.
I don't see why they haven't done it. But again, I don't see why they didn't do like NXT on Survivor Series this last year. Like, you have them go over everyone the year before, and then they don't even count the next year. They're not even there. Like, what the hell is the purpose of that? Like, that one didn't make a lick of damn sense. If you could do the Royal Rumble with that many people on top of each other, you could have had a few more people in those matches. But you didn't.
Yeah. So either Cole's moving to main roster, which I don't ever see coming or ever see happening. Could, or NXT has their own Money in the Bank match. I see NXT having their own match.
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
Makes way more sense. And then they won't have NXT Money in the Bank.
Especially when you have Cole as a part-time producer role now. So I really think, it would work. It would really work.
I think it'd be a good thing. And shout out to Kyle O'Reilly for, pulling an Ambrose part 2. How often do you see people get thrown towards the ropes and bounce in between them and come running back at them? Not only did he do it once, he went back and did it a second time. Haven't seen that in a few years. So, or I just don't pay attention. But that attention span, it's very short. But overall, it was a good night.
A quick shout out on NXT Takeover, though. Apparently, Todd had upset Luminous when they were playing Ninja Fighters. That was too soon. Or just Todd not thinking, as he always doesn't, you know.
It was a good segment though.
Yeah. It was short, like it was like 30-second segment, but you know what? It still made it count.
We just you can bye. Turns around, leaves, crazy bastard. What the hell happened to Loomis? Like, is he like hurt or something?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Like I haven't heard like the man's name. He went from like hosting whatever the hell it was to just. I mean, he did the whole indie
But
thing.
then,
I guess the
but
Indie
just
Hartwell
that,
thing.
just that short segment still speaks volume about his character. That's the thing.
You still remember.
And Loomis is like that guy, whether you give him 30 seconds, a minute, or a 20 to 30-minute match, he makes it count, you know.
He does.
Yeah.
Every single time.
And I mean, a lot of NXT superstars are like that. I wish others could, you know, emulate that and really, you know, run with it. But again, you get people that are just comfortable where they're at, and you know.
Hey.
But anyways, so
the chair just broke on me.
NXT Tuesday night show. The articles that we all read and that were shared come to be true. Welcome back, Joe. Kind of glad they did the enforcer route. I just couldn't see Joe as a GM.
Did you know?
I could have seen Joe as a commissioner, but
Did you know Joe is gonna kill you?
Yeah, pretty much. Like just
in case you didn't know.
Night, I mean, there was multiple segments.
It was so good to see him finally just put Cole out. It was like
that was probably the best one.
Like he's finally allowed to touch somebody. Like Seth's back down the right. His ass needs choked out too from last year.
Yeah,
I've forgotten.
But I think at this point they're just playing it safe. I'm hoping Joe gets cleared. As I guess he has certain limits right now, but I think as soon as he's cleared, I see it, and that's how
they're gonna get the title off Cross.
Yeah,
and I'm hoping put his ass to sleep.
Yeah,
and then he's gonna whimper his way right onto like Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah,
with all the smoke and light, the red lights on that'll be a Raw thing.
Well, you got to realize the Cross Jacket and the Coquina Clutch are
they're pretty close.
Yeah, they're close.
Oh, and by the way, Regal not coming out to his music. No, I wanted to hear that loud, but I like Regal's song. Maybe it's just me. Not that he's a man, not that one. That was probably just went over most of the people that listen to this head right there. But God, I liked his music. And that's just dead silence. Like, damn you. And he still gives a better promo than, I don't know, 95% of people.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, you want to talk about that?
He hasn't given one in years.
You want to talk? Yeah, you want to talk about someone good on the mic.
I mean, damn. Like, he hasn't done that in forever, at least to that level. I mean, it's normally, what, a few seconds here and there. Like, him cutting a full one, I mean, that was one of the best things you've seen in a while.
Yeah.
You know,
it was, that whole story of, you know, Joe getting things under control for William is going to be great. So we kick off with Breezango and Imperium. Breezango with the upset. Makes Imperium look human, stay humble. You know, overall good match.
And by the way, after Joe put out Cole, I know you can't read that, but it says Jesus Christ with the vaccines. No, the vaccine shit. Sorry, right there. I'm pretty sure you can actually read that. Christ with the vaccine shit, for the love of God. No, you hate it. Well, you never watch. I watched Takeover. Well, sorry, I watched Raw. I watched Takeover. No, Takeover, then Raw. Then I watched it. I watched them all just to make sure. I watched them all again. And for the love of God, 7 straight hours. And I had to hear it 3 times. Like, I got it. For the love of God. Like, it even took up space in my notebook.
That you'll never get back.
Joe puts out Cole. Jesus Christ, the vaccine shit.
But yeah, good. It was a quick match, but no big deal.
NXT TV.
Yeah. Then that brings us to the Cruiserweight Championship after, you know, Cole got choked out.
Which is amazing, by the way.
Yeah, anything with Kushida is gold.
Yep.
no pun intended for the brand, but yeah, just everything that
Are you feeling
Kushida
quite
touches.
punny tonight?
Yes, yes.
I mean, you're on a better roll than I am.
I'm like Oprah. I'm giving puns out to everybody.
And that Trey Baxter guy didn't look bad. I mean, there was some
Yeah,
ugliness. There was
no,
some
I mean,
ugliness in some of it, but I
hey, yeah,
mean,
but
there's always ugliness in
when
some
you're
of it.
doing
Like that was a great match.
when you're doing an open challenge
Yeah.
and it's somebody completely random, there's going to be those spots here and there until you know. But I think this open challenge
Someone
team needs
random.
this. Yeah, this open challenge needs to continue. Get Kushida familiar with a lot of the
So
talent.
that gets us
See
familiar with
what
a lot of the talent.
Yeah, and that's the thing with open challenge. You get all these guys that are just one offs, and you kind of figure out, okay, how is Kushida gelling with this one? How is Kushida gelling with this guy
I think
or
he
that
can,
guy?
I think he can go with anyone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I know he's very adaptable, but eventually it's going to come to, okay, these are the 2 or 3 guys that he can really do something with, and then I think that's when it'll start to be more of a solid program. But yeah, keep the open challenge, because just like me, I was a fan of the U.S. Open Challenge. Yeah, definitely a good idea. So then we have the continuation of the LA Knight and Cameron Grimes thing with Frankie Monet, which was a waste of time before that. So obviously we all knew it was going to happen. LA Knight turned on DiBiase, Grimes comes out. Again, good solid program that they're building with a story, which I like because I'm all about the storytelling and the story buildup. And then that brings us to Casey and Caden versus Raquel and Dakota.
Shocker. I think it's backwards in that one, but shocker. It was nice to see them back. It was nice, but I mean, they're not going to have, sorry. It was a good match, though. I mean, for what it was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that Casey and Caden came up with I mean, they looked better. I mean, they did come up with some new, tandem offense and stuff, so that was good. But I'd like to see them get it, but them over. I'd like to see them get a tag title shot over Dakota and Raquel. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
you just gave me. You're already going to have a 2-time, women's
yeah. And then obviously before that, Joe breaking some more stuff up. What else is new?
Hey, that's what he's there for.
That's right.
You just start choking everyone out. Who cares? Male, female, just put everyone to sleep.
They need to come up with a shirt for Joe.
I mean, Joe's going to kill you. It writes itself. It's already there.
Or give Regal an answer.
By the end of the night. Okay.
Yeah. Then Zoe Stark tries to get involved with the Ways, ruins the Ways attempt to take out Io Shirai. That could go many different routes.
I think those two get together and actually
Yeah.
give Zoe something. Io can work with anybody. She proved that.
Oh yeah, very, very, very adaptable no matter what.
So that would be really, really good. Overall, I'd be okay with that. In general, I wouldn't be too pissed off about that. And again, we all know I love me some Io. Lady's talented.
Oh yeah, very.
She speaks better. She speaks better English than Jey Uso.
NXT Women's Division, man, just all kinds of good stuff, man. Just no matter what,
she speaks better English and gives a better promo than Jey Uso. And English isn't even anywhere near her first language. I'm not picking on people like that.
No offense to Jay, but I think my 6-year-old could probably.
Yeah. I was concussed and I don't remember nothing. I was putting together complete sentences that were decipherable.
And apparently funny.
Hey, I had them rolling.
Yep.
They thought that's not trauma. That's just him. Oh, but he's fine. By the way,
walk it off, hydrate, change your socks.
Yeah, you're fine. He's good, but it was a good one. And but I will say that at the end of that whole Ciampa and Thatcher promo though, the
Yeah.
boom at the boom from Thatcher at the end, I believe was boom. Like, let's just not do that. Like, just have them kick the chair back and just storm off. That worked. Boom.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't feeling it. I hurt my head, but they put on a hell of a match.
Oh yeah.
The Gristle Young Veterans, man, I've always liked them. Just there's just something about them.
Oh, anything with them and with Champ and Thatcher. I mean, it's. I think that's going to be a forever going program. Just in general, till they're not in NXT anymore. Just that's something where, okay, let's say Grizzled Young Veterans goes off and does something else for a little while, and then all of a sudden now back with wrestling champ and Thatcher, vice versa. Like that there is, it's like a Rock and Triple H kind of thing. You know, they could be doing their thing, and all of a sudden, every once in a while, they meet up, they have a match, and just for wrestling value, putting on a clinic with.
By the way, me and Thatcher have something in common. Do you know what it is? Come on. You should know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm going to get sued for doing that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have something in common. I'm just nowhere near as ugly as he is. I'll give myself some credit there. Everyone tells me to be nice to myself.
Well, just beat yourself with a boot a little bit more. You'll be all right.
Just run out in traffic again. Just throw your face in front of it next time. That'll be good. But they're a great match. It's what I expected. All four of them can talk. Obviously, what's his nuts with the goatee? Like James Drake? Is he Drake? Or no, the other one's Drake. So because I never pay attention to their names, I just see them all like, yeah, because they can talk.
Yeah.
They can go. Like I've always liked them just because they can wrestle, and they actually like have good like tag team continuity. Which, hell, in today's day and age, I mean, we have like the Usos and them.
Pretty much.
In a New Day. Otherwise, it's just all over the board. So I've always liked them.
Well,
Obviously,
Rude and
it doesn't count.
Dolph.
They just stuck Rude with Dolph because they needed something like, let them
go.
Go.
It's come together.
They were good, but not nearly with people diving into corners so they could take the bump of the turnbuckle for their partner so he doesn't hit it and he can run out and hit the guy. I mean, no one's doing stuff like that. The Gristle Young Veterans are doing stuff like that, and they have been for years, and no one else still does it.
Yeah.
And well, anything Ciampa touches is gold.
Back.
Sense of the world, but it's good, and yeah, they'll probably keep doing it for forever. I just want to know when they're finally going to give those Gristle Young bastards like an actual like title reign, because I mean they've been around here for like in the US for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Made it to the end of the Dusty Cup like 2 years in a row to lose. I mean, maybe the third time will be the charm. Maybe there's probably stuff that we don't see because we're not there.
If you get them in the Dusty Cup again and they take it this time around, I think that'll give it a chance for maybe MSK to maybe drop the tag titles. I think
to them. Well,
and then you could really push Grizzled Young Veterans as a I guess like I wouldn't say like a complete face tag team, but like a happy medium.
I can't roll my R, so I can't say it like he does, but he also looks like an actual serial killer. I mean, the big goatee, the crazy bags under me. He looks like he eats people's faces for a living. It's true. It's true. It's damn true. It's like the signs. I suck. Really do suck. It's true.
I'm a dork.
All that good stuff on there, though. Yeah, there's good stuff, but yeah, like it was all around. I mean, I was happy with it. Again, like the women's tag. I mean, you just knew how that was gonna like. Yeah, but that's just what happens when you put like all that crazy involved. I mean, like when you put monsters like that in there, I should say it's just it's guaranteed. People are just gonna be going like it's kind of like Nia and Shayna, like Naomi and Lana, right? Mandy and Face, right? Like Mandy and Sloth. Hey, you guys. I know I'm going to hell. It's okay. No matter who you put them with, No one really
Yeah.
believed any of it.
No.
You know, like that's what's going to happen if you put like Raquel and Dakota on there. It's like, what? So they're going to just maul Raquel outside the ring, just beat her to death, so Dakota just gets maimed, and that's how they lose. I mean, if they put the titles back on, I hope that they don't back themselves into that
Yeah.
corner, because I mean, maybe they could have learned from what just happened in the women's tag division on the main roster for months.
That
Is
is now
that
pretty much completed.
yeah?
Yeah. But yeah, it was overall good NXT wise. Raw had their moments, and well, we know what SmackDown's going to be tomorrow. Roman Reigns, filler segment, filler match, Roman Reigns, small segment,
Roman Reigns,
maybe yeah, another like
Jimmy or Jay. Yeah, it's just
yeah,
it's just literally it took like so much hell. Just like I don't know, man. That's all it's gonna be though. Just it's like there's the good stuff of them. Like whenever they're touching anything, I mean, it's been really really good. And then there's the rest of the show, which I call hell, because tag division is just a cluster. I mean,
sorry. You'll have Reigns entrance, Paul Heyman talk, something with Corbin and Nakamura, another Reigns segment, something with Jimmy and Jay. Then you'll have something else with like Mysterio and his boy, and Reigns saying something. Then you'll have who else?
I'll throw the women in there somewhere.
Gable and Otis somewhere. And then you finish, maybe something with the women's tag team, maybe whatever's left
With
of
more
that.
Reigns.
And then you'll have a final segment with Mysterio and
all hell will break loose again.
Yeah.
Like it's so predictable.
Like I might as well just stand here on and do an episode while SmackDown's going on with this and just dancing back and forth for 2 hours. I don't know if I could do this for 2 hours, but
It's all he does. I mean, that's SmackDown. Like it's that, and then the abysmal dump that is the rest of the show.
Yeah.
No offense to the rest of the talent. It's not their damn fault. That's all they're being given. Yeah. It's not like the good old days where it's here. Now run with it and do it now. Now they got scripts and it's not their fault.
5 minutes and a pack of Twinkies. Go.
Ketchup popsicle. Sell it to an Eskimo. Yeah. That's stupid stuff. Selling ice to an Eskimo. Like that's what they're given. Like if Freddie, figure it out. Bye. Huh? Turning chicken shit into chicken salad.
Yeah.
It's like really, it's that bad. I mean, like what happened on SmackDown, huh? Roman and the Usos and Heyman. Like what else?
Otis's beard. That is no more.
Otis's beard, Riker's beard, like Braun's beard. And I trimmed mine, and then look what's happened. Like Jesus, God Almighty.
And we all wish them good luck in their future.
Like I trimmed it 2 weeks ago, and look at the hell that's broken loose since then. 2, 3, whatever the hell it was. Suddenly everyone's getting rid of him. Notice just looks creepy as hell without his beard.
Yes, he does.
Damn. Like he comes on, I'm just leaving the room. I don't know what the hell I'll do, but I'm just like, nope. That's creepy. And trust me, if I know one thing, it's creepy. Just look at me. And my amazing mustache. It's a good one. But yeah, I got faith. At least the next thing, it's gonna be SmackDown. So I mean, at least we know there'll be one more good thing before. I mean, like, here's something that you'll never see coming. Roman's gonna beat Ray. Bless my heart, didn't see that coming. Like, thanks, guys. At least I don't have to watch the main event now.
Yeah.
I get to go to bed 20 minutes earlier. Who the hell am I talking? By the time they get that done, it'll be what, like 10? Because they're so short anymore. If not earlier.
Start at 7.
Oh, it does? So it'll be done by like 9. Oh, yeah. I mean, I won't go to bed early, but at least I can stop watching it earlier.
I mean, I don't see anything.
I'll have it on, but
I don't think I see anything as far as the pre-show so far.
Like, I'll still watch it. I mean, I'll just.
Oh, you know what they're going to do with the pre-show? They're going to throw a women's tag team title match in there. They're just going to they're just going to randomly find 2 women wrestlers in the back and go, here you go.
Tag, you're it.
Here's a pack of Twinkies in 5 minutes. Go.
Like, congratulations.
It makes no sense, but you're wrestling.
Ready, go. Like, you have your gear, right? Yep. Like, get out there. Okay. God, I love that guy that got hit with the twisted T. Level of stupid in that guy. I know, completely out of nowhere, but okay. Like, bro, like you just had a come on, we've all spiked cans off of the ground. Didn't completely just
Yeah.
and then after you get just the piss pounded out of you, go, okay. Like, but just lay down. Like, if he got back up, I would have kept hitting him. He would hit you until you stop. That guy was dumb, and he had that coming, by the way, people. That's what happens when you drop racial slurs like it's cool when you're white.
Exactly.
When you're anybody, really. That's what should happen to you. But couldn't get much whiter than that poor soul that got just mauled like he deserved. I think he deserved worse, but
yeah,
that's a public service announcement. Don't use racial slurs and be a scumbag. That makes you a bad human being. Another public service announcement brought to you in part by your friends at Wrestling Whiskey. The more you know.
Imagination.
Yeah. See, I'm in a better mood tonight. We'll get back at this another one of those days. Yeah, whenever you're available again.
Yep.
Don't tell people when. Every time you do
know.
that, like we're like 6 years
Well,
behind.
It is that weekend of the fathers. So
Yeah, mine's gonna get a text.
I will be bouncing between.
I sent him a card. He won't look at it. I sent him a gift. He lose it. I said, call him. He won't answer his damn phone. He's just gonna get a text. Till I see him in person when he has no choice but to accept the gift when I put it in his hand and I'm standing there looking at him. It's how he is. I know he's going to put it down, and the way they're remodeling, he'll never see it again. So I'm going to wait and be like, here you go. Whenever I'm up there next and not even waste my breath. Because that's what good children do. Especially when I'm not telling them when I'm coming. I'm just going to show up.
No, there you go.
Like, happy Father's Day. Like, that was in June. I know. But yeah, we get back at it. I got to go lay some flooring.
Fun.
Like, not Stone Cold.
Well, as long as you got beer, you'll be okay.
Don't worry. There are always frosty beverages to help my aching, swollen, broken, useless knees feel better.
Drink fun one for me.
Drink fun. Watch out! He's turning into one of them German Nazi types. Fun. Okay. Easy, psycho.
And if you're a fan of Iron Sheik, stay real.
If you're a fan of Iron Sheik, go fuck yourself. This is the summer where everyone.
Yep.
Oh, people.
I'm waiting for him to say something on 4th of July. Just every holiday, like.
Let me but this is the summer where everyone can go themselves. They're like, it's my guy right there. Like, yeah.
Halloween rolls around. If you're going trick or treating, go yourself.
Yeah, just every time I turn around, everyone's just pissed off. And so I was like, going, this is the summer. I'm like, yes, where everyone can. Like, yes, go themselves. Like, wish I had a beer. We'll just start spraying that all over the place. That guy, oh no, there's something about it that just makes me smile.
Yeah.
He's such a vicious old man.
Yes, he is.
And he says that more. I mean, he's meaner than I am with that. I mean, shit, at least I find something nice to say. The only time you see him on social media is telling someone to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's it. I don't know what the hell does he do with the rest of his day when he's not telling people. Like,
I'm seriously going to screenshot like
every one
his last like 4 feet or his 4 status updates. They're probably the same.
Yeah. I love that thing. I'm so sad I don't have Twitter on my phone because that's the only reason why I have it. I look at J.R.R. Dunlap, his artwork when he turns Pokemon to like real living things, and the Iron Sheik. I mean, that man is just that man is gold.
Yep.
We're not talking. Oh, yeah, we were. Damn it. There's a slight pun. Didn't mean it. Had to stop and think. Whatever. I'm in a better mood today. Hell, I was in such a bad mood last time. Someone walked to my front door and thought I was arguing with Sammy. I was on that level.
But it made good viewership.
Oh, everyone was like, damn. That's all I got from people. Like, you feeling okay? I'm better now. And just like the one I did on Saturday on the other show. Everyone like, damn, like, yeah, what that started out as a 5-minute thing. 27 minutes later, didn't know it was 27 minutes. Like, what? I gotta go now. Why? I just got one of those feelings right here. It's like, stop.
Stop while you're ahead. Sometimes it's good to do that.
But you enjoy the rest of your night. All of you fine folks, enjoy the rest of your whenever the hell you're listening to this, morning, night, afternoon, evening.
Or in Germany.
Dusk, dawn, Germany. Yeah, oh, hey, the Jesse Show is someone in the UK now. So we have Germany, I have the UK. Watch out. We are now intercontinental. We need that belt now.
Yes.
Intercontinental, technically European. We are taking over the world. I'm sure they found the one on Saturday. Like they weren't there until the one on Saturday for the other one. So sure, that was a good one for them to listen to for the first time. Or the wrestling show. What the? And I was mad. But enjoy the rest of whatever the hell it is you're watching. Whenever it is, wherever you are, enjoy the rest of your whenever until we get back with you. Whenever the hell that is. But it's a busy weekend, so
sure.
People have things to do. I don't. Hey, Dad's 600 miles away and he's going to be at work. Not much I can do there.
Fact.
Except text him because he doesn't answer his phone. But I'm always going to be skiing. I promise I'll try to be in a better mood until next Monday after the pay-per-view.
And I am always Justin.
And we'll be back, Jack. Yeah.